Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We're just about set to get started, and this ought to be a good one between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Washington Redskins. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said, and that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Off the play fake. Blake. Rolling to his right. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Looking to throw. Blake, he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Washington. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They're led out by a man raised in Alabama, went to Florida State. It's their quarterback, Jameis Winston.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Johnson on the counter. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And one advantage for this offensive unit is the big target, Mike Evans.
Play to his strength, his size and catch radius. Throw it up there, let him go get it.
On third down, Winston. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if we're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So out now come the Redskins. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Blake. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go down at the 28.
That's it, baby. We go first.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Check.
Now a give, right side. Harmon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down.
So nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a look at the starters defensively for Washington. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. Scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
9 yards that time. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Play action now, Winston. And Winston lost the football. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Johnson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they got across the 50 last time but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only a short-term memory, but a whole lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, their chances of scoring some points, they've got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down for the Redskins.
He blasted a gate. If he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey.
On first down, Blake. And he rifles one incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss up 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. Throwing on first down. Blake. James has got it. Complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
They needed a yard. They got it. First down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Give the Redskins 13 there and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. To throw again on 2nd down. Winston. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50. Seconds to go in the first half. He completes it to Evans. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, it's Winston. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They almost gave it right back to him there with another interception of their own. And to be honest, he probably should have caught that and picked it off.
And he knows it, and he'll see it in film, and he'll see it in his dreams tonight when it's all said and done. But you almost felt like the excitement had been ramped up, and they were trying to get a big play right after that one.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to throw. Blake. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because it really may be one completion away from giving their kicker a shot, and that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Winston. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On second down now, it's Johnson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Ready? Black 25.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, let's go.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. And it's a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Looking to throw on second down. Blake eluding the pressure right. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now a give, right side. It's Harmon. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. From the gun, Blake. He gets it to Brown, complete. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
They go to Johnson again. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come in with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Blake. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
From the left side, it's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 25-yard line. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300. That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Second down and inches. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From a yard out. And the Redskins have once again taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Elsewhere, second half is underway up at Orchard Park. The Bills there just continuing to pour it on. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Winston now. Looking left sideline, it's complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Winston. Going right side here, and he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picked.
Become the leading receiver.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To the air again with Winston. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Bucs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They go play action. Winston. Johnson's got it complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from the first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Winston finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth quarter lead. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Winston. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw. Blake. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Blake, wide open receiver, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. McManus's point after is good.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Jameis to throw it. is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on football.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw, Winston. And no, it's incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none.
Yes, exactly right.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 34. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to...
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Reuben Foster in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Blake. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, Stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Redskins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll sink now to 0-4.